Today I'm live here to discuss some of the questions that I often receive from freshers in the world of Salesforce ecosystem. So today we are just going to discuss some common scenarios, questions, what I say, basic doubts that often freshers ask to me. So I thought of having a live on that so that I can share my opinions. Again, take this information as the you would say my take on the things I and how I look at the things with having over 10 years of experience within the Salesforce ecosystem. But do you also do your what I say your research and your what I say your dig dipping what I say mm, your research or your what I say point of view also matters on this. So do your due diligence on this and accordingly proceed further. So the first question that I often receive in my inbox on mostly on LinkedIn, that I'm a fresher and I want to start my Salesforce career. What is the easiest or what is the quickest way to land my first dream job in the ecosystem? First of all, this thing is very crucial because often when we interview candidates, I often see that the same candidate is applying for both the developer or the admin's role, right? Which means they lack clarity. So if you ask my opinion, then I would suggest that first, rather than shelling on both the ships, that is admin or development, choose your one path for yourself. First of all, because that will give you the clarity that which stream excites you more to begin with. I'm not saying that you should keep yourself limited to one domain. You can expand your wings, but to begin with, you have to choose one path because first of all, if you try to complete all at once, if you try to learn the admin part or the development part all at once, then you would be able to touch the surface level of the both. You wouldn't be able to dig deeper into any one specific domain, and you would find, or often you will find in yourself in a situation where you will be kind of like jack of so many things but master of none. So I believe first thing that comes with this kind of what I say decision making is to choose one path for you that excites you more. So if just to be quick, if you are aiming for what I say the if you are interested in the configuration, automation, business side of things or data side of things, then you often go with admin's role. If you are good at programming, you are sound at the technical, you have the sound technical knowledge, interest in the coding, then I suggest you should go with what I say you should go with the developer's role. So first thing first, you should decide one path that aligns with your skill, interest, and where you can thrive to learn more every day. So that's the first thing. The second part that according to me comes is, once you choose your path, do not just learn the basics. Do not just learn the quick summary of the topics. You should be better. You should get good at the fundamentals of that particular domain. For example, if you have chosen the admin role, then you must be very sound at the objects, relationships, security, automation. You should be very good at the fundamentals of that. If you have selected developer's role for yourself, then you should be very good at object oriented programming, javascript, html, css, then lwcs, apex programming, triggers. The basic fundamentals you should be very sound at. Right now, as per the competition in the market, if you just know the concepts theoretically, you won't be able to survive in the industry. That's the harsh truth, and you won't get the offers or you won't get the interview calls. Right now the basic is dead. You should be very sound with the fundamentals, even you are a fresher, even though you are applying for your first role, because that's how the competition looks like in the market currently. So the first thing, choose your path, get very good at the fundamentals. You should have both practical and the theoretical knowledge of your fundamentals. That's the part two. Then the part three would be, don't just learn or memorize, don't just try to learn or memorize the concepts. Instead, what you can do, start building something meaningful based on those skills. For example, if you have selected admin's role for yourself, then you should be what I say, building something based on the, let's say, objects and relationship that aligns with the real business situations, small projects, small POC kind of thing you can build. You should be building something based on the automation, be it something based on the opportunity automation, account automation that aligns with the real world situation. Build them. That will become your proof of concept that the things or the skills that you are claiming on your resume, you have the practical knowledge of them. So that's the second thing. If you select the developer's role for yourself and you're learning Apex and LWC, then you should be building something based on those programming languages. Build some components, some Apex triggers, Apex classes that serve the real world business problems. So small POC you should be making on that them as well. That's the third point. The fourth point is more important. The projects, the POCs, the sample tasks or components or the automation that you are building, they should not rely just within your developer org. You should be start documenting them. Maybe have a GitHub repository of all your projects. Maybe create some portfolio of your projects where you list down everything that your project does, like what problem it solves, how you how you decided the solution for that problem, why you made a particular technical decision, and how it helps the users to what I say users to solve their day-to-day problem with that solution. So if you prepare some sort of portfolio or a case study out of the projects or the small POCs that you are developing, you will be ahead of the so many people in the race for the fresher level. So that's how you should document. That's important that you document your work. The last point that I see is that you should start applying for the interviews. Just don't wait that when I get perfect or when I get reached to certain level, only then I will start applying for the interviews. I think that's the wrong perception. You should, if you are comfortable, if you are, let's say, 50 to 60% sure of the skills that is required for a job interview, go and apply for it. Because so many things you learn through the interviews also. There will be so many situations, so many scenarios that the interviewers would ask, where that you might not have thought of while you were learning, practicing, or upgrading your skills. So at many times interviews also teach you so many things that you can take benefit of, and then this will also open doors for further exploration and further dig deeping for that particular role. So you don't just wait for the right time. Once you think you're comfortable enough to appear in the interview, do attempt them. You will learn a lot. And I will, if you haven't tried this, do try it at least once. You get so much visibility, so much clarity about your current skill level and what is expectations in the market. So that's the how you should structure your around your journey to get your first Salesforce job. Here, apart from this basic foundation that I have talked about, the 4 or 5 points, the more important thing here is that you should not be what I say, you should not be trying to learn all everything at once. You are never going, the things will never end. You will not be you will never be sufficient if you're trying to learn everything at once. But instead, you should follow a dedicated path, decide what matters the most right now for that particular role, and practice them. So that way you will have at least handful of skills where you will be sound, you will be good enough than rest of the candidates, and you will stand strong chances to get shortlisted. So just work on yourself, that work on yourself and work on the path that you have selected. According to that, you just pick and proceed further. I think that's how uh, you will be ahead of the queue from the rest of the people if you follow this this kind of roadmap. And this is how I have practiced when I started my career a decade ago, where I just follow the same routine, and it really helped me with my journey. This is pretty much it that I think when you are just deciding, on the verge of deciding, what I say, uh, just a second. Okay. When you're at the verge of deciding your path in the Salesforce, just follow these steps. You will feel that you're getting the clear direction for your journey. This is about the basic overview. Then the next thing that I often f- I often get asked in the link on the LinkedIn is, let's say I have selected my path. For example, I have selected the Salesforce development developers role for myself, but I don't know how to go further from here. Like, I'm learning Apex, I'm learning LWC, I'm practicing uh what I say, I'm practicing the concepts, I'm memorizing the definitions, and I'm following so many YouTube videos or trailhead modules. I'm earning wages, but still I lack the confidence that whether I have made the right choice or not for my career. This is the often query that this is the query that I often receive from the freshers. Here, the simplest way to identify whether you are ready for the role or not, whether you are still on that what I say, whether you are still um, immature from the skills point of view for that role, the simplest thing that you should ask yourself. Let's say I have selected Salesforce developers role for myself, and what I say, if someone asks me to create a solution for a problem, or a real business problem based on Apex and LWC, would I be able to develop a solution based on the requirement? Will I be able to do that? So if the answer comes as yes, that okay, if any problem is given to me based on my experience and level, I would be able to propose or design a complete end-to-end solution on my own without requiring help or constant monitoring. If the answer to that question comes as yes, that means you are completely ready to begin your career with as a fresher. But on the other hand, let's say someone asks you to develop something, or some solution for a problem, and you at the first place don't understand the problem. You cannot clearly think about a roadmap of how a solution can be achieved for this problem. Then that means you still require practice, you still require to sharpen your knowledge. Moreover, you should also work on how to better understand business requirements and how to align them with the Salesforce development skills. So that's the simplest way of identifying whether you are ready or not. It can be applicable to admin's role also. The simplest thing is whether you are ready to develop a solution for if a problem is given to you according to your experience and level of understanding. So that's how you should decide. So I often suggest to people that when you start implementing, when you start learning a new skill within the Salesforce, when you think that okay, you are ready to, you have acquired it, you are done with this, then just take one. There are so many like online portals or uh, websites available where which gives you so many exercises to complete. So pick a real world situation or scenario based on that skill, and then try to solve that on your own. Try to design a solution on your own. Do not take help of AI, Chat GPT, Claude AI, or something like that. But try something on your own. Try building something on your own, because if you can think in terms of Salesforce, if you can think as a part of Salesforce ecosystem, then only you will be able to design the solutions on your own. AI is there which can guide you. If your fundamentals are not strong, if you can't first think on your own about a solution, then I believe you are not ready yet. So that's a small test that you can take to decide whether you are ready or not, and whether you can make a progress in respective domain or not. So this is the thing that I wanted to highlight. Apart from that, I think this is pretty much it. These are the two things that I mainly wanted to discuss. And around that, if you have any questions or any doubts or anything, you can you feel free to reach out to me in the comment section below. You can also reach out to me at longswitchacademy.com. We have the contact us section there. You can drop your inquiries there, and I can definitely help you out. In case you have anything to ask to me about your idea, about your questions, or if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask, then also you can feel free to reach out. But this is the common situation or common inquiries that I used to receive. So I was I thought of having this discussed, so that the freshers can take benefit out of it, and can plan their journey accordingly. I believe this is pretty much it. And on the side note, once you complete these two parts, the third one is how you present yourself in the interviews. That is also the often question that come to my inbox, that okay sir, I have learned everything, I'm certified, I have taken the training, I'm ready to, and I'm also able to develop the solutions, but I lack the confidence to appear in the interview, or my resume is not getting shortlisted. What should I do? In that manner, I suggest that when you apply for the interviews, make sure for which position you are applying. For example, often when we put a posting, we put a posting like we need Salesforce developer interns, or we need Salesforce admin interns, or maybe freshers. The job description is very clear. But often when I receive the resumes, most of them say that I'm ready to do anything. I'm ready to do the Salesforce development or Salesforce administration, or both. But I guess that's a red flag for the most of the companies, because at present time the companies are looking forward to people who are expert in a specific domain. So when you apply for any job interview, read the job description properly, what they are asking. Sometimes the companies also ask the what I say, capability of both the roles, both the domains in one role. But read the job description properly, arrange your resume according to the job description. If you are applying for the admin's role, then your resume should list out the skills that is applicable to admin's role. Your resume should list out the projects or the sample projects according to the admin's role only. And if you are applying for the developer's role, then you have to adjust your resume according to the developer's role. And whatever you're listing in your resume, you should be 100% sure about that, because most of the time the interviewers ask questions based on your resumes. Even if I have to talk about myself, I never ask question outside of the resume. Whatever resume I receive, I form a question based on that, just for the initial round, to just to know how much aware the candidate is about his or her resume. And sadly, if 90% of the people are unable to answer the questions that are being asked from their own resume. That means they haven't done the homework on the job description, they haven't aligned their resume with the correct job description. They have just copy pasted the things from the internet, they have just forwarded as is. So I guess, if you want your resume to get shortlisted, first refine it according to the job description. uh, Mention the projects that are applicable to that role, and have the confidence to answer all the questions based on your resume. If you uh, if you if you stuck answering the questions based on your own resume, then first thing, that's a red flag for the interviewer. He or she will lose interest in you, because they will see that you are unclear about your own resume. That's the first thing that I want you to avoid. And again, this is also the another thing that I often receive in my inbox, the questions around this thing. And this is what I suggest to them. I hope this helps you too as well. Or if you have any questions around that also, feel free to ask. And on Long Switch Academy, we also have launched the assignment series where we come up with a real world assignment with the way the requirements are given to real developers or admins as a statement of work. So you can also check out our playlist on our YouTube channel, practice them, and if you have any questions implementing them, or if you are stuck somewhere, feel free to reach out. And I believe uh, uh, I believe you'll get it with the time. I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to discuss with this live. And if I missed something, or uh, if you have something to share, do let me know. I think I think we are good for now, and I'll wait for 2 minutes if I receive any questions or any feedback from you, uh, or maybe any questions. If you haven't checked our website, you can also check our official website. We have so many free and paid resources there according to different Salesforce roles or skills. Go check them out and let me know your thoughts. Even you can book one free one-on-one session with me through our website to discuss your questions, your doubts, or maybe anything you want to chat about with regards to Salesforce. Feel free to use our free one-on-one consultation through our website. And you can find our website using www.longswitchacademy.com. So I think this is pretty much it. We don't have any questions, and I think we can wrap this live. I hope you found this useful. I tried sharing the common inquiries or questions that I often receive through my LinkedIn or through my emails. And the all that I wanted to say is keep learning and keep growing with Long Switch Academy. आप बस लगे रहो, you will find your path. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining our live. This is your host Shubham bidding you goodbye. Thank you.